Trump is a bully. Former US President Donald Trump is often described as a bully in diplomacy. The idea is simple: he respects strength, not weakness. Countries that appear weak are pressured, while those that stand firm may face short term cost but gain long term respect. How India should handle the USA. India must be firm but flexible. In diplomacy, having leverage or cards to play is essential. Without leverage, countries are forced to accept stronger powers' demands. The US is slowly retreating from its role as a global policeman and is now more focused on its own region, mainly trying to contain China and Russia. India's role in a changing world order. The world is moving from a unipolar system dominated by the US to a multipolar world with several power centers. India has the potential to become its own pole. India can maintain relations with multiple powers and participate in different groupings. However, real diplomatic power ultimately comes from economic strength. If India grows economically, neighbors will naturally want closer ties, making diplomacy easier. Managing relations with China. As the US becomes more unpredictable, India must diversify its partnerships. This includes improving relations with China. There is a psychological gap between the two countries. India still strongly remembers the 1962 war, while China sees it as a minor border conflict. Waiting for a perfect border solution before engagement may not work. Improving trade and cooperation first and make border negotiations easier later, as seen in Russia China relations. Neighborhood first policy. India should avoid acting like a regional bully in South Asia. If neighbors feel threatened, they may invite external powers into the region, which harms India's interests. India can learn from Indonesia's role in ASEAN, leading through restraint rather than force, which builds trust. Stance on West Asia. US Iran tensions are largely influenced by Israel's security concerns. India's position should be principle based but neutral. This conflict is not India's direct fight, and New Delhi should avoid taking sides while supporting peace and stability. UPSC takeaway. India's foreign policy must balance firmness, strategic autonomy, economic growth, and diversified partnerships in an increasingly unstable global order.